Hey there, Start here. I've got another light team for you to do a rank 1. This time, kind of just switching things around a little bit. Um, Still using Celeste as sort of the core of the light team. She's got the leader skill, she's got the amp, she's got the 100% party amp, which is good for other NV Plus units like Stern. You see I've brought Maria to the party. I just got my Maria to EX2. So I figured I'd come and just give her a try. She's of course really good for this event because she gets an extra stat boost being a Xenogears unit. I had no luck with Bart, so can't use the Bart leader skill. But I did get a Maria on the add summons, and then just bought her shards with the VIP coins. But I didn't do any extra pulls or anything like that to get the shards from the shop, so she still had to sit in the shard dungeon for a bit. So now that she's EX2, we can bring her in and give her a try. I wanted to also show some different units for like your imperil fields and your breaker and imperils and whatnot. And so that's what Tsukiko and Lion are doing here. Tsukiko providing the imperil field for light, and Lion providing the brakes, the 89% brakes, and the big light imperil. Lion is also going to be providing our machine killer, so Lion's pretty good for this one. So yeah, something to keep in mind. And then you see we've got Best Girl Esther there, so she's going to be omni-tanking for us. That way we can go all the way out to turn 5 without having to worry about the damage received score, getting docked for that one. Because Stern is still EX1, we are going to go out to turn 5 in order to get his SLB. You don't have to. Maria and Celeste can honestly almost carry this by themselves. If they both get a good roll, they could carry the damage cap just between the two of them. But I don't want to assume that your units are that strong and are going to be able to do that level of damage. With that said, we are going to very comfortably overcap this. So if your units are not quite as strong, hopefully this strategy still gets you across the finish line. So let's take a quick look at the units and the gear. Tsukiko in normal form can really be just whatever. It honestly doesn't matter. I did give her Magic Boost Plus, because she can use that to increase her damage a little bit on the burst turn. But her damage is fairly irrelevant here. In her Brave Shift form, I still built her for full on damage. She's an evoker, so make sure you're building her for evoke damage. So she's got 300% Esper and Evo damage. Don't have to worry about killers, which is kind of nice. Even if Machine Killer is an easy one. And she can use the free Earth Vision card. So, yep, that's pretty much all she needs. Esther in a normal form, she's never gonna be in her normal form. She's gonna spend her whole time in her Brave Shift form. So yeah, she honestly doesn't need to even be that tanky, but give her a little bit of extra spirit if you want, just to reduce the magic damage. Otherwise, the damage is going to be pretty much nil anyways. Definitely want a Blizzard Orb for counters so she can fill up her LB, because she will need that on turn 2. Winged Heart, just to make sure she is covered on her ailments. She's pretty much, I think her and Tsukiko are the only ones that you really have to make sure are ailment resistant, at least to the big ones, which they are there, so that's not an issue. Yeah, power cut for just a bulk card. Make sure she's got some light resist. Good on that one. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Stern, you notice I've given him the Dark Vision's dagger. That is because Lion actually does a 40% dagger imperil on his SLB. And so, yeah, so we will take advantage of that, because we don't have a 40% sword imperil on the party this time. So in order to take advantage of a little bit of a higher weapon imperil, Stern, who can natively equip daggers, will use the Dark Vision dagger on his other hand, and then just the Dark Vision sword in the second hand. So he's got a sword and a dagger here. You notice I'm not using his STMR, to replicate in case you didn't want to use an STMR Moogle. In my previous clear, I had, I had already Moogled him, but it's just to show you that it's not necessary. Hero's Amulet is nice because it caps up his Machine Killer for us with 50% there. And then, yeah, just, you know, maxing out his killers and his TDW. And I gave him this Vision card, all right, just as something to use. So he should be maxed out on everything. Machine Killer, yep. LB damage, he's good to go. All right. And we don't have to worry about, like, evasion or anything because Esther's going to Omni-Tank everything. Maria in her normal form, just making her ailment resist, although that's honestly not all that important because we have Tsukiko in the party who can cure all of our ailments for us. But yeah, otherwise just gave her some resist, but again, that's not necessary because of the because Esther's Omni-Tanking for us. In her Brave Shift form, just full on damage. She is the strongest unit on the party because she gets the stat boost for being a Xenogears unit, so I gave her all the good stuff, all the good gear. Dark Vision's Rod, so we are going to be using... she has her own 25% Rod and Peril, but we're going to be using Tsukiko's Rod and Peril, which I think is 30%. Might be 35, I think it's only 30. So for the slightly higher Rod and Peril there. And then, yeah, just maxing out her Machine Killers, her TDH, and using Light Armor Mastery and Helm Mastery so that she can actually equip Light Armor and a Helm, all right, just to bump up her stats a bit. And then I gave her Locke's Vision card because she is a Gathering Tag unit, so she can equip this and take advantage of it. If you don't have Locke's card, just use the best one that you have on her, okay? This is just the best card that I have for Maria. Should be maxed out on everything. Machine Killers, yep. Make sure you're looking at the magic Machine Killers, not the physical. And LB damage is good. So let's move along. Celeste in her normal form can be whatever. This is just leftover from another clear strategy I was putting together. Like I said, I want to do one when Pinello comes out. I want to do like a lightning light mixed element team, and so this was just part, you know, me building her for that particular clear. I'll show you guys that when Pinello finally becomes available. I'm not paying for Pinello, so yeah, I'll wait until next week when we can get her through the crest passes. But anyways, really only her Brave Shift is the only relevant form here, so she gets the, you know, the rest of the good gear. Yeah, and just making sure she's capped up on her killers and everything. She gets this Vision card because it's the best one that I have for her, so she should be good to go. Machine, yeah, okay, excellent. Lion doesn't need anything, honestly. Lion's just here for the breaks, the Imperil, and the Machine Killer, and that's it. His SLB does do Mirror of Equity, so he does chain well with Stern, so that's another good reason. You can see the 40% Dagger Imperil there. So yep, that's what we're going with. Okay. So that's our team. Let's see how we get this done. It'll be another 5-turn clear again, so we can take advantage of Stern's SLB. But you could easily, if your Stern's already EX2, you can very easily make this a 4-turn clear just by moving the actions up 1 turn, and you can make this a 4-turn clear, easy peasy. All right, let's do it. All right, so turn 1, we'll go ahead and just have Esther do her Omni Cover, Storm Guardian, and Energizing Bunny. Okay, Tsukiko, all she has to do is the Light Imperil field on this turn. Maria can guard. Celeste is just going to do triple bar Lightja. That's to help make sure Esther's LB is going to be filled for next turn. Stern can guard. Lion just needs to do full breakdown. Okay. Alright, so we have been dispelled. So that's why Esther is going to counter to finish filling up her LB, and she will just cast her Limit Burst to re-up her Omni Cover for another 3 turns, which will get us through the rest of the fight. Tsukiko, we're going to go ahead and shift her, and I'm going to go ahead and charge up her Solar Flare. So just cast that 3 times, and that charges up her Magnus. Maria can guard again. Celeste can go ahead and do coordinated teamwork, dazzling neon, and Barlightja. And then Lion and Stern can just guard again. Yeah, that's all they really need to do. Alright, so you see a few ailments went to the units that we didn't build for ailment resistance. That is okay. Tsukiko's going to take care of it. Okay, so Esther on this turn is just going to do Boundless Stasis. Yeah, she can do... Actually, I'll tell you what. Let's wait just 1 second on that one. Maria's going to guard. Celeste can do Barlightja. A couple more Barlightjas. And... yeah, we'll just do 3 just to make sure Esther has enough LB to do what I wanted to do. Alright, which is Boundless Stasis, Shatterbolt, and Quantum Storm on herself. Okay, Tsukiko is going to come back. Do Blessed Omamori, Prayer of Purification, which will cure all of our status ailments, and Prayer of Protection, just for something to do. Alright, Stern can just guard again. Alright, we're going to do... I just want to make sure this lasts, 3 turns. So, Defense Steel, and then, where's the Machine Killer? Larceny Machina. So this does the 150 Machine Killer. Alright, and then we're going to do Bully, which does a 50% accuracy down. That just, again, it's going to make sure that Esther takes 0 damage from the physicals. Okay, so now we can set up for our big burst next turn. So, we'll do Surpassing Limits Plus. If your Maria was only EX1, you could just do Surpassing Limits here. Fill LB and Mage of Light Rod. Make sure that's the last thing you cast because it has the Mag Store on it. Tsukiko will do Magic Boost Plus for her own little Mag Store. Celeste will do Bright Future, Surpassing Limits Plus, and just another Barlightja for something to do. Alright, Esther on this turn can honestly just guard. We don't need her to do anything. Lion on this turn, I think it's this one. Does he not? He doesn't have a mod boost, does he? I don't think he does. It doesn't matter. Like I said, it doesn't matter. Stern is going to do Surpassing Limits. If yours was EX2, obviously you do Surpassing Limits Plus, and you would have done it, a turn earlier. Phil LB, Fighter of Light Sword. Alright, so now we can just drop some LBs. Alright, make sure you shift your Maria. That's pretty important. Make sure you shift your Celeste, also very important. Alright, Esther will just do Chain Lightning, so we don't, we don't even mess around with her LB, getting rid of fields and all that. Alright, and then Shining Karmic Retribution. Alright, so, yeah, Maria and Tsukiko are going to chain Bolting Strike. Celeste and Esther chain Extreme Nova. Lion and Stern chain Mirror of Equity. Okay, so I'm gonna send Maria and Tsukiko. Well, I'm really gonna kind of send them all pretty much at the same time, but I'm basically gonna go from top to bottom. I'm gonna do Maria, Tsukiko, Celeste and Esther, and Lion and Stern. Okay. All right. So again, we're looking for 24.5 bill or higher. We should be way over. Yeah, 29. Nicely done, y'all. Taking care of business. All right, let's see what the damage spread looks like. Okay, yep, there you go, Maria doing well. You know, Celeste a little bit lower, Stern around 5 billion. Tsukiko actually did, you know, a respectable 1.2. Gotta respect the Tsukiko there. But yeah, I mean, you know, if Celeste had rolled a little bit higher and Maria had rolled a little bit higher, they would have done it all by themselves. Stern is just there to kind of pick up the slack. And this team gets it done. So if you don't have Prompto or you don't have Noctis, this is another team that can potentially work for you. You know, and especially if you happen to pick up a Maria, you got lucky and picked up a Maria on ad summons or something like that, like I did. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. And as soon as Pinello comes out, I am planning on doing one more rank 1 clear, like I mentioned, with like sort of a light and lightning mix team. So be on the lookout for that next week. As soon as we're able to get her for free, I will do that clear for you guys. So thank you so much for following me, and I will see you on the other side.